don't know if he's talked about that, but he was getting beat up. So I think I'm gonna do him worse than that. You should ask him about that. Why was he getting hands laid on by an MMA fighter? Wasn't even a boxer. So now he got even a bigger problem in front of him.
I don't know if he's talked about that, but he was getting beat up, so I think I'm going to do him worse than that. You should ask him about that. Why was he getting hands laid on by an MMA fighter? Wasn't even a boxer, so now he got even a bigger problem in front of him. Come to Ryan Garcia's name has been everywhere lately, but not for the reasons he probably hoped. Ryan is one of the best boxers in the world, but it now seems he's finding himself in the center of attention quite more often. Music. Controversy has been throughout on his back ever after his planned exhibition fight with Japanese kickboxer Rukiya Anpo was postponed. The reasons for the postponement, the heat surrounding the fight, and the reactions from both fans and critics have created a story that feels like it's bigger than the fight itself. Let's break down everything that has happened. I don't even know who this guy is. How about first there's the injury. Ryan Garcia announced that he suffered a wrist injury during training, which forced the fight to be postponed. On the surface, this seems straightforward enough. Injuries happen in boxing all the time, but not everyone believes the injury story. Some fans and critics think Garcia's claim is just an excuse to back out of the fight. They point to his past history of pulling out of fights, like when he withdrew from a bout against Javier Fortuna in 2021 due to mental health reasons. For some, this injury announcement fits into a pattern that they find suspicious. Of course, there are plenty of people defending Garcia, saying he's always been open about his struggles and that injuries are just part of the sport. Still, the skepticism remains, and it's created a divide among fans. Ryan, I'm calm you down. Then there's Rukiya Anpo, who added even more fuel to the fire. Anpo missed a pre-fight press conference, which would normally be a big deal on its own, but the reason he gave made it even worse. He said he overslept. If that wasn't enough, Anpo later said, "I don't respect Garcia, he's all hype." Those words didn't sit well with many people, especially Garcia's fans, who saw them as disrespectful. Critics of Anpo's actions called him unprofessional and accused him of trying to play mind games, but Anpo's supporters argue he's just telling the truth. They believe Garcia's fame is more about his social media presence than his actual boxing skills, and they see Anpo's comments as fair criticism. Applause. Everybody. The heat didn't stop there. Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, who managed Garcia, revealed that the exhibition fight hadn't been approved by them. This bombshell made people question the legitimacy of the event and whether there were deeper issues between Garcia and his promotional team. De la Hoya's public statement only added more tension, with some accusing Garcia of going rogue and damaging his relationship with Golden Boy. Others, however, blame the promotional team for being too controlling and making it difficult for Garcia to explore his own opportunities. This back and forth has left fans wondering who's really at fault. Hey guys, we're back at it, let's get it. Another point of contention is the fact that the fight was billed as an exhibition match rather than a professional bout. For some fans, this raised red flags. Critics accused Garcia of avoiding serious competition, especially after his suspension for testing positive for the banned substance Ostarine earlier this year. While Garcia has denied knowingly taking anything illegal, the suspension has kept him out of professional boxing until April this year. Some believe he's using exhibitions as a way to dodge tougher opponents. Supporters, on the other hand, see the exhibitions as a smart move to stay active and prepare for his eventual return to professional boxing. Still, the debate over whether exhibitions are a legitimate way to maintain a career continues. Ryan Garcia's opponent, Anpo, had a replacement fight. Since Ryan Garcia obviously got an injury and he couldn't fight on December 30th, which was the day of the fight, which this fight was crazy because there were spinning back elbows being thrown and even the ref got hit multiple times, which led to security having to jump in the ring in round 6. Now this fight was crazy. Just imagine if Ryan Garcia never pulled out the fight, we would have witnessed something crazier, and the fight would have probably been stopped. When it comes to the fight itself, many people had strong opinions about how it might have played out. Rukiya Anpo's kickboxing background and unconventional style were seen as potential problems for Garcia. Some critics felt Garcia's defense, which has been exposed in past fights against Luke Campbell and Dante Davis, would have been a weakness that Anpo could exploit. Fans on both sides were eager to see how Garcia would handle the challenge, with some believing it could have been a difficult fight for him. Others felt his Speed and power would have been too much for AO to handle now that the fight is postponed. Those debates are left unresolved, adding to the frustration for fans who were excited to see the matchup. I don't even know who this guy is. Social media has also played a big role in the controversy. After announcing his injury, Garcia continued to post regularly on platforms like Instagram. Some of these posts showed him enjoying public events and even going on vacation. This didn't sit well with some fans who felt he should be focusing on his recovery and showing more commitment to his boxing career. Ricks accused him of prioritizing his influencer status over his role as a fighter. However, others defended him, arguing that a wrist injury doesn't mean he has to stop living his life. They believe the backlash is unfair and that Garcia has every right to enjoy himself while recovering. First big event. Or this dude's excited, but I'm going to like I said, I'm going to have to settle him down, knock him out and then just enjoy my flight back home. New Year's going to be a good time, so yeah, we're going to be putting a whooping on this boy. All these controversies have created a perfect storm around Ryan Garcia and his postponed fight with Rukiya Anpo. From the injury doubts to Anpo's provocative comments, the promotional drama and the ongoing debate about exhibitions versus professional fights, there's no shortage of opinions. Whether you're a fan of Garcia Anpo or just a casual observer, this story has something for everyone to talk about, and with so many unanswered questions, it's likely the buzz will continue for a long time. Japanese New Year's Eve events are known for their wild and unpredictable nature, often featuring unusual matchups and bizarre spectacles. This year at Risen 49-decade, Ryan Garcia was originally set to fight Rukiya Anpo in the main attraction, but Garcia pulled out due to an injury. The replacement fight, however, turned out to be even more chaotic and controversial than anyone could have expected. Rukiya Anpo, a skilled and lightning-fast fighter, found himself facing Sina Karimian, a much larger opponent with a history of bending the rules. Kian, a 215 pounds K1 champion, stepped in to replace Garcia, creating a matchup that was as lopsided in size as it was unpredictable in outcome. The fight, labeled by some as a freak show, quickly descended into madness, becoming the talk of the event for all the wrong reasons. Hey, you have awoken the beast. It's over. I seen your stupid Instagram video of you hitting me on your bag. You look ridiculous. Take off your glasses. I'm going to knock your big ass out. It's over. You're done. You're goofy. God. From the opening bell, it was clear that Anpo's boxing skills were far superior to Karian's. Despite giving up a massive size advantage, Anpo's speed and technique allowed him to dominate the exchanges. He landed clean shots on Kimian, rating the larger fighter and building a comfortable lead. On the scorecards, Anpo's performance was a reminder of his earlier display of boxing prowess against Manny Pacquiao earlier in the year, where some argued he got the better of the legendary boxer in a sparring session. But Kian, true to his reputation, didn't seem content to play by the rules. As the fight progressed and his chances of winning dwindled, he resorted to taunting Anpo, daring him to brawl in the center of the ring. His provocations failed to draw Anpo into a slugfest. Kimian began to blatantly break the rules. In the sixth and final round, he threw illegal spinning back fists, earning warnings from the referee. Instead of backing down, Kimian doubled down, throwing another illegal back fist that escalated the situation further, harder than it looked. Right, see, so if I had right. If Anpo, unwilling to back down, responded with a back fist of his own, and the fight spiraled out of control. Both fighters ignored the referee's attempts to intervene, throwing punches wildly and creating a chaotic scene. The crowd watched in shock as the referee himself became a target, taking multiple punches in the melee. Most of these blows came from Kimian, who seemed completely unfazed by the rules or the officials. The chaos reached a boiling point as officials rushed into the ring to separate the fighters, yet in an almost surreal twist, no point deductions or disqualifications were issued. Instead, the fight was restarted, leaving many spectators bewildered by the lack of consequences for the blatant rule. Music breaking, the referee, visibly shaken but determined, continued to officiate the fight until its conclusion, earning both criticism and admiration for his resilience. When the action resumed, Anpo picked up where he left off, landing clean and powerful shots on Kian. Despite the clear skill gap, Anpo struggled to put the larger fighter down. Kimian's size and toughness allowed him to absorb punishment that would have floored most opponents, adding to the tension and drama of the bout. By the end of the sixth round, it was clear that Anpo had done enough to secure a decisive victory.